What makes Puerto Rico and San Juan especially appealing for LGBTQ plus travelers?
We are the capital of the Caribbean. I swear there are more pride festivals here than in many states. We have like how many now on the island?
Oh my
Maybe
God,
5 or
that's a lot.
6?
Every small town has their own pride parade and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. The main one is in San Juan, but the best one is in the Boquerón. It's on the west side. But every small town has their own parties for the pride.
You're listening to Queer Travel Chat by Two Bad Tourists. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Queer Travel Chat. I'm Austin, one of your co-hosts, one half of the blogger duo Two Bad Tourists, and joining me as always is our other co-host.
Hey, I am here too. You never screw up that intro. I'm impressed.
It's because we've been doing it for 5 seasons.
Yeah, I would still stumble over it every once in a while, but you never do.
It's like stuck in the back of my head.
And I see we both got the memo to wear beige today.
Yes, we did.
Light brown.
Actually, funnily enough, I learned that's a word, funnily. You can look it up. So I actually wore that shirt on our last recording.
No, but this one's mine.
Well, I know, but we have
I'm not
basically
wearing
the same
yours.
shirt.
Anyway, what
this
are we talking about?
This episode is about Puerto Rico. It's not about our
It's not our
attire.
fashion podcast.
No, or our lack of fashion podcast.
Anyway, we are going to be talking about Puerto Rico. I've never been to Puerto Rico, unfortunately. I've always wanted to go to San Juan, but you have been. So
friend.
I know that you have been. So what do you love most about Puerto Rico?
So I've been to Puerto Rico 4 times. Been very lucky.
You've been
since
4 times?
4 times since 2020, yeah, or 2021, I think.
That sucks for me.
So what I love about Puerto Rico is because it's this mix of like a lot of things all at once, right? So it's kind of got this really great mix of history because it was founded like 500 years ago. San Juan is like, a city that is colonial, right? From European descent.
Yeah, it's got like 2 fortresses.
Exactly.
There.
Yeah, it's like it's got a fortified walled city, an old city. So you've kind of got that vibe. Then it's got like this Caribbean vibe, right? Any place you go into the Caribbean sort of has this like relaxed vibe and sort of has its own kind of cool culture and great beaches, of course. But obviously why we're talking about it on this podcast and why we have before is because it's very LGBT friendly and it's a welcoming destination.
Well, I am definitely missing out. And the more we talk about it on this podcast, the more I want to go. If you want to listen to our last episode about it, we discussed it on season 2, episode 11. I think it was right after one of your trips. So we did kind of like a LGBT guide to San Juan and Puerto Rico. On today's podcast, we are going to talk to Chris and Wil, who are the hosts of Freedom House and Freedom House Retreat in Puerto Rico. And those are 2 nudist male guest houses. They are also the sponsor of today's episode. As always, though, before we bring them on, or almost as always, I like to do our fun facts. Because we've done a previous episode on Puerto Rico, we've done fun facts already, but these are new and improved fun facts about Puerto Rico.
How did you improve them?
They're just new, but new and improved sounds like better. But they're different ones that we haven't covered.
So let me start. Puerto Rico has the only tropical rainforest in the U.S. National Forest System. So that is called El Yunque. And it's not just lush, but it's also one of the most biologically diverse places in all of the Caribbean.
The island is home to 3 bioluminescent bays, more than anywhere else in the world. So kayaking at night through the glowing water is a one-of-a-kind experience.
So this is my favorite. They have these things that are called coqui frogs, and they are the national symbol of Puerto Rico. Their unmistakable coqui call is unique to the island, and you'll hear it all night, basically everywhere you go. It's just kind of part of the nighttime atmosphere, ambiance.
So this is where you can tell that you've been there, and I haven't, because I would have just said their unmistakable coqui call.
Yeah, but for me, it like drives an emotional response. And also they're super tiny, and when you see them, they're really, really cute.
Oh, that's cute. Well, I haven't seen one. Puerto Rico produces globally famous rum and is one of the largest rum exporters in the world with centuries of expertise. This is why some refer to it as the rum capital of the world.
If you're into beaches, which most people are, of course, you can visit beaches on both the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, all on the same island. So that means wildly different waves, vibes, and sunsets depending on where you go on the island.
I feel like a lot of people are not into beaches, though.
Oh,
beaches
maybe not.
Is like there's a lot of beach haters.
You know what? I think almost everyone likes being by the beach, but not necessarily on the sand.
They like to look at the water.
Exactly.
I'll give you that. Continuing on, Spanish and English are both official languages, but Spanglish might be the true official language. You'll hear locals effortlessly blending both in daily conversation.
So back to beaches. Puerto Rico actually has over 300 of them, from urban gay-friendly ones to secluded natural coves. There is a beach for every mood.
Christmas in Puerto Rico is one of the longest lasting of any place in the world. Celebrations often stretch from late November all the way to mid-January with music, food, and parrandas, which are like their version of caroling.
The island has its own distinct coffee culture, and Puerto Rican coffee is famously smooth. Locals will often drink it strong, small, and even without cream.
And finally, Puerto Rico is consistently ranked as one of the most LGBTQ plus friendly destinations in the Caribbean. With open, queer communities, pride celebrations, and welcoming attitudes, it is a standout in the region.
Great fun facts. They are new and
Right?
improved.
Yes. You see how they're improved?
And they drew an emotional response, which I really like. So guys, if you like the show, please subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you happen to listen. Also, please be sure to leave a 5-star review if you enjoy our episodes. We'd really appreciate that. If you're watching live on any social media platform, please leave us a comment or share the episode with your friends. And you can also follow us on social media. We're always at Too Bad Tourists.
All right, so let's go ahead and bring on Chris and Wil.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank you.
having us.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I know we've been chatting for I think it's maybe been more than 6 months now. So I'm glad we finally get to have you on the show and talk about what you guys are doing in Puerto Rico, which is awesome.
Yeah, perfect.
It looks warm where you guys are. For the people who are listening and not watching, you're both in tank tops. Where are you guys joining us from?
Puerto Rico.
Are you in San Juan or are you on the outside?
No, we are in the outside San Juan. We are in Luquillo. It's more than east side.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you're both from, your background, just so we can have a little bit of context.
Perfect. I moved to Puerto Rico 34 years ago. This is home now, but I am originally born and brought up in the state of Rhode Island. Immigrant parents. I'm from Portuguese descent, but now I am totally, as we say here, Boricua.
Boricua.
Yeah, I'm originally from here. I was born here in Puerto Rico and I raised here in a small town in the south that is called Coamo. Yeah, I've been here for all my life. I've been traveling. I lived once in San Francisco, but I came back. But here I am.
And Chris, how's your Spanish? ¿Ya hablas español?
Hablo mejor que los locales.
Yeah, I heard you speaking before we started recording. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is an English podcast, so we'll keep it in English, of course. I'm impressed. How did the two of you meet?
Well, to be brutally honest,
Ooh, I'm excited for this
is a gay
story.
travel
Yes.
podcast, so go for it.
we met in a strip club.
That's tame for a gay relationship.
So which one of you was stripping?
No, neither of us.
Okay.
A mutual friend introduced us. But yeah, that's our story. We met in a strip club.
What
Yeah.
city, if I can ask? San Francisco?
Right here in San Juan.
San Juan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to a strip club in San Juan?
I have not, no, but it sounds like I need to go.
So the strip clubs don't even exist.
Yeah,
longer
it
exist.
no longer exists. And
Wow, okay.
funny
Well, another
side
bit
note
of
is that it was called Temptation of all things. That's where we're
It's a good story. I like it.
Well, seeing as how this is a travel podcast, you guys have been hosting people visiting Puerto Rico. It seems like, travel and culture are important to you. Like, how has kind of your own travel kind of influenced your lives today?
Well, I travel a lot for work. I'm an event planner. And my travels usually are to the big box flagged hotel properties, right? That type of experience. And one thing that I've always tried to stay away from when I'm traveling for pleasure is specifically that. I like going to local places. I like, being in the culture and the local atmosphere, small guest houses. And that is basically what has influenced me for what we're starting to do.
Yes, it's like me. I used to do backpacking and travel many countries, and I immerse in the culture and talk to the locals, and I learn a lot from them. That's why interested me in this kind of guest house, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and so on the topic of your guest house, so you have an all-male nude guest house. Before we talk about it, I'm curious, what does nudism mean to both of you personally, beyond just going without your clothes?
To me, it means freedom, liberty, acceptance, and bonding.
I like that.
Yeah, for me, it's like he said, it's a freedom. It's like you have the acceptance
Mm.
yourself, and it's a kind of I think a kind of religion that I call. I don't know. It's
It's the only religion I would want to see.
I love it. I can stand by that. Well, guys, was there a particular moment like in your life when you realized that you actually wanted to create an all-male nudist guest house? Because as I understand, you have a house in San Juan, but also you have the retreat now.
So I've been a nudist for a long time, and things have evolved quite a bit here in Puerto Rico. Many, many years back, nudist groups, nudist guest houses were something that were unheard of. And I didn't know anyone. So I did research, and my opportunity to be nude would be in guest houses in Florida. So it got to a point where I needed to feel that freedom, right? That any opportunity that I had, any long weekend, I would end up in Fort Lauderdale. And when I was there, enjoying and meeting people and bonding, and still to this day, friendships from those trips, I said to myself that I wanted to create something like this in Puerto Rico. And as time has evolved and things have changed here, it's become much more open, and that's why I vowed to do what we're doing.
And when I was traveling, I used to go to places that accept the nudist, and I started to learn more about feel myself more comfortable to be naked, and then I bring this to here, and I met him, and then we has a common common interest, and that when I met him, so we started to create this.
So are nude beaches allowed in Puerto Rico or no?
There are no official nude beaches. We make some beaches nude, right? Safe zone. And that's basically what it is with everything here. There are areas that people know that gay people go to and are nude, and sometimes it's a straight area as well, or a mix. So it's not officially a gay beach, but there are 2 to 3 beaches that people go to be able to be naked.
Yeah, we have to be careful when we go there, because we know that the community know where's the spot it is.
So with your 2 guest houses that you have, I'm curious how your personalities complement each other when it comes to hosting guests at your guest houses, entertaining, building community. Where are kind of your strengths there?
We are naturally hospitable. We love to entertain, sometimes a bit too much. Whether it be friends, family, or our guests, we really submerge ourselves in making everyone feel comfortable that walks through the door, guiding them to the best experiences. So I think it's something that really comes natural to us.
Yes, I'm I'm a socializing person that I like to talk to all the people. And when I'm going to places, I start to talk to somebody that I don't know. Then I create this communication and this bonding to other people. This is natural from us.
Yeah, I can believe it.
So I want to talk more about like the location itself. So the retreat is near Yunque Rainforest. So how does like the natural setting shape the guest experience of, the nature and everything that's nearby?
So we are set on over an acre of land, very private. We are very distant from the road, which is a dead-end street to begin with. Our neighbors are very distant as well. Our neighbor behind us is actually a creek that goes through the backyard. It's very quiet. As it is a dead-end street, you can count the amount of cars that come by here. And even if they do, the road is so far away, you don't hear it. So it's basically a very quiet place. You're going to hear rain if it's raining. You're going to enjoy all the sounds that you're going to hear: birds chirping, chickens. There are chickens here. In the morning, you may hear roosters, the wind rustling through the trees. I mean, it's just very, very peaceful.
What about the frogs?
Yeah,
We
at
do
night.
have we do have cookies,
The
which
cookies.
are
Yeah.
in Puerto Rico. Yes.
We talked about it at the top of the episode, so I just want to make sure that we're correct, that they're everywhere.
Yes.
It's part of the experience. Well, how would you describe the atmosphere of Freedom House Retreat to someone who's never stayed at an all-male nudist guest house?
Well, I think that the atmosphere that we have here is tranquility, is a quiet place. I think it is an atmosphere that makes you feel comfortable and start to reconnect with the nature and to recharge your energy.
Mhm.
in
People
here.
are going to feel nurtured and in connection with themselves when they're here. Really, it's set for mindfulness in everything that you do when you're here.
So I'm sure we have a lot of different listeners, and there's probably some people, some people are into nudism, clothing optional, they get it. But there's probably others that are maybe a little bit nervous. What do first-time nudist guests often discover about themselves during their stay, would you say? Or are there any other insights?
We've had many first time. We not only have this guest house, but as you mentioned earlier, we used to have a guest house that we lived in San Juan. So we've been doing this since 2019. And we've had many people that at first have arrived and they had never taken their clothes off in front of someone else socially, right? What they've always expressed is how comfortable they feel being in that setting, in a small, intimate type of setting that we create here. It's at your own pace. Obviously, we prefer that everyone is nude, right? That sets for the tone for everyone. That sets the tone for equality, etc. But I've heard words like acceptance, being in tune with myself after those first time nudists have come here, and they've repeated.
Are you, just to make it clear for myself, do you still have the Freedom House near San Juan, or are you only doing the Freedom House retreat in Yunque?
So our home in San Juan is still called Freedom House, but it's not Freedom House Retreat.
Yeah.
And we believe very much that we need to be on property. And we live in Luquillo. So that other house has now been converted into an Airbnb.
So when you're hosting people, you're hosting them now at Freedom House Retreat in Yunque?
In our home, yes.
Got it. And you're living there. Got it. Okay. What kind of travelers would you say you get most? Are they kind of from all over, all ages, or mostly from the US?
Yeah, we receive all kind of travel from other countries, from the US, also locals. So we have a variety of travel, diverse. We're very diverse. Yeah.
Do you have like a I'm going to say that over. Can you share a memorable guest story or like some kind of a moment that really captures the spirit of what you've created at Freedom House Retreat?
I have to say that every guest is a memorable experience. If not, we haven't done what we're seeking out to do. We want to make everyone feel special, and we want to have a memory of every guest. If I were to choose one or two, it's those first-time nudists. We also have guests that obviously repeat, but we have one guest that repeats, I don't know how many times a year, and has become so close to us that, one time he reached out to us and said, I want to come. And we were going on our honeymoon. And he said, it doesn't matter. I just want to be there. I want to feel the tranquility. I want to feel that I am in Freedom House. And we literally handed him the keys for 3 weeks and went on vacation because he wanted to be here. Yeah, we have a lot of great stories, a lot of great friends. It's not only, it's literally not only about the guests, it's about what we're getting back from this as well.
Yeah.
I can understand. So I know, Will, you're from Puerto Rico, and Chris, you lived there for a long time, but what about Puerto Rico made you want to build your life and your business there as opposed to somewhere else around North America?
I don't know. Sorry. We have so many places.
This is
Oh,
home.
not that great.
Yeah.
This is home, and Puerto Rico just has so much to offer that why not here? I mean, it's an amazing destination. There's something here for everyone.
Yeah, we have a lot of places that the people can come and enjoy. We have a different location, like a beaches, rainforest, everything, nightlife, clubbing, and everything.
Yeah, talking about nightlife and the LGBT scene, like what makes Puerto Rico and San Juan especially appealing for LGBTQ plus travelers?
We are the capital, LGBT capital of the Caribbean. I swear there are more Pride festivals here than in many states. We have like how many now on the island?
Oh my
Maybe
God,
5 or
that's a lot.
6.
Every small town has their own pride parade and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. The main one is in San Juan, but the best one is in the Boquerón. It's on the west side. But every small town has their own parties for the pride.
That's cool. That's very gay friendly then. Well, so for guests who are staying with you in the Freedom House retreat, what nearby experiences or destinations do you usually recommend when they're getting out of the house? Maybe some beaches or bars or nature? What are some specifics?
There are, I mean, within 4 minutes of our house, there is an adventure park there that you can do ATV, horseback riding, hay rides, an amazing restaurant and bar. Just minutes down the street, there are tons of bars, some with live entertainment.
Yes.
There's a beach within 5 minutes of here. The gay nudist beach is probably about 20 minutes from here. There's just a ton of things to do in this area.
They have in Fajardo that is a 15 minutes catamaran.
The snorkeling.
The snorkeling. You can go to the small island close to the main island. Like a Vieques, Culebra. Yeah, there's a lot of activities that.
Yeah, all of those sounded great.
Yeah. And I mean, if you like the tranquility of Freedom House, we are in the foothills of the rainforest. It's literally 20 minutes to the visitor center. I mean, the views up there are absolutely amazing. And if you want to go to San Juan, we're only 30 minutes away from San Juan.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it sounds like a great location. Well, I'm going to ask a question that I'm sure I know the answer to, but lots of our listeners might not be familiar with Puerto Rico. So I'm curious if you can share, like, are there certain times of the year that you think are especially great for visiting Puerto Rico and staying at your retreat? Or is it like a year-round destination?
It's pretty much a year-round destination. I will say that late August, September is probably the warmest months, which can be very warm. So if you're looking to experience something with more temperate weather, I would probably not choose those 2 months, but anything other than that is, and in Puerto Rico, as hot as it gets, we're an island. There is always an ocean breeze or a mountain breeze. It's very comfortable here.
Yeah, all the year, I think it's.
What would you say are some big misconceptions that people might have before visiting Puerto Rico, if any?
The first thing that comes to mind is safety. I mean, people sometimes have this fear of coming to Puerto Rico. Oh, wow, what's going to happen? Puerto Rico is one of the safest destinations in the Caribbean. I mean, since I've been here, it's a known fact from the most educated physician right down to a homeless person. It's very simple. You do not mess with a tourist. That is our bread and butter, right? The incidences that have happened here are extremely far and few, and they're usually provoked by a tourist who maybe has had a little bit too much to drink or, that type of situation. But I can tell you that, before the GPSs in the world and all of that, way back, I'm dating myself, but I can remember seeing homeless people giving tourists directions. We're a very hospitable people, very proud people. So it's very easy for us to welcome people into the island.
Oh, that's nice.
What other misconceptions?
I think that is the main, the most.
We're not only beaches. Yeah. We're not only beaches and resorts. We have, the mountains, the rainforest. There's so much to do here.
So for a first-time visitor, Like, can you think of any cultural moments on the island, or maybe like even a cultural shock that like a traveler should be aware of? Like, not necessarily afraid of, but
Maybe
like
something that surprises
yeah,
them.
culturally different from where they're from.
Yes, the one that I think is we are naturally the Puerto Ricans, we talk out loud. And the people think that we are fighting or arguing each other, and we just only have a conversation. And they, what are you doing? Are you okay? So, this is
No,
so
that's
hard.
actually that's a good
That's
insight.
good. That's good to
And we
know.
talk with our hands.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like everyone's fighting.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the weather.
Good to know. Yeah.
Well, is there anything that you wish to share, or any questions that we didn't ask you? Some more information you want to share before we wrap up?
Yes, if you have not been to Puerto Rico, do your research, reach out to people that can help you. It is an amazing destination with literally so much to offer. It is a gem, really. In regards to our experience, we are just a low-key, very comfortable type of setting where we want to welcome you into our home. And not just have you stay with us, but guide you throughout your entire stay on the island.
And if people are interested in Freedom House Retreat, what's the best way for them to find you?
Our Instagram. We're on Mr. B&B as well. Nudeaccommodations.com.
And we are preparing a website that is in construction, so it's going to coming soon.
Great.
Okay, we'll put in the show
Twitter
notes of this.
as well.
Yeah.
We'll put your Instagram in the show notes of the episode too, so people can find you easily by just clicking in the show notes.
Yeah, and when you do actually launch the website, send that to us too, because we can always update the link for people who are watching the episode later or listening later. Great. Okay, so as this is a travel podcast, we always like to wrap up our interview with a question to both of you. Where are you guys traveling to next?
We have this year. We are going to be on the cruise ship and Mediterranean. So we're gonna
nice.
start in Athens.
Yeah,
and
we're
finish in Venice.
taking an Atlantis cruise
Atlantis
from
cruise,
Athens to.
Have you done an Atlantis cruise before?
He has. This is my
Wow,
first.
that's a long time ago.
We'll say a prayer for you. We'll see if you survive. No, they're fun.
I'm sure we'll need to come back and relax here in our home after.
Oh, yeah,
right?
you'll need a vacation from that. You've got the perfect place for it, though. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about Freedom House Retreat. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, you make me want to go to Puerto Rico again, even though I've been there 4 times. I'm ready to go back.
It's never enough.
It's never enough.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Well, doing this episode makes me want to go on another trip to Puerto Rico. Don't you want to go?
Yeah, please take me this time.
Guys, thanks so much for listening to our episode on Puerto Rico. If you want to learn more about Freedom House Retreat, you can check out their Instagram profile, which we will leave in the show notes. And you'll notice that it's a private account. So be sure to follow them to see the photos, which are really cool. But you can also click the link before you even follow. So that is good.
Yeah, you can find them at Freedom House PR on Instagram as well. Just throw out there. If you like the show, please subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever you listen. Be sure to leave us 5-star review if you enjoyed the episodes. And if you're watching live on any social media platform, feel free to leave us a comment or share the episode with your friends. You can follow us on social media. We're always at 2BadTourists. And lastly, please feel free to leave a comment about what you want to hear more of.
So what is up for our next episodes? Everyone get your maps out because next time we are going to be speaking about Namibia.
Yay!
Do you even know where that is, David?
I know that it's in Africa.
Yes.
But I pointed out on a blank map of Africa. I don't think I could.
I just looked. So it is in southern Africa. It shares a border with
I
South
was already thinking
Africa,
Western
Botswana.
Africa.
So it's on the east coast, but on the very southern tip.
Well, good thing we don't work in travel or anything.
Yeah, and well, that's why we're doing this, to learn more about the destination. And obviously you're probably thinking like Namibia, like why would I, is that a place that I should go to, as an LGBTQ plus person? So we're actually going to be speaking with an LGBT tour operator there who has created specific itineraries and journeys. So we'll learn more about the types of things you can actually do there. It's sort of an emerging destination, but it's also known for its like incredible desert landscapes. So that will be
That's exciting. And I love that we're getting all these African country episodes in because these are a little bit more, very much more off the beaten path.